Okay, call a meeting of the Board of Estimate to order. May 20th, 2024. Roll call. Massey? Here. Rodriguez absent, and DiStefano here. Approval of minutes of the April 30th, 2024 meeting.
So moved.
Moved by Massey, I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. New business. Item 1 is authorization to approve the agreement to retire K-9 Hunter upon request of the police chief and allow the dog to live out its life with its handler, Officer Bierman. Motion by myself,
Second?
second by Massey. Any questions?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Authorization to approve the surplus of 2 police vehicles listed on the agenda and to let's see, authorize them for auction through the city process. Motion by Massey, seconded by myself. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 3, authorization to accept a $55,000 ESD grant and authorization for the community campus. As the Board of Estimate Apportionment authorizes to accept the $55,000 through Empire State Development, Strategic Planning and Feasibility Studies, and Smart Growth Comprehensive Plan Grant in order to create a strategic plan for the Middletown Community Campus. And we will be increasing the revenue line, state aid, by $55,000 and creating a line and increase expense, not creating, but increasing expense line economic development for $55,000. Budget neutral. Motion by myself.
Second?
Second by Massey. Any questions from Ms. Bruni?
No.
You want to just give us like a 30 seconds on?
As noted, this is Empire State Development Funds for $55,000 for the feasibility study at the campus. And you're going to see later down here, we're going to be accepting the Brownfield Opportunity Area Grant Award. So we're going to combine the two, so it'll be part of one big study at the campus.
Okay. Any other questions?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 4, authorization to accept $500,000 CREST Grant Award for the purchase of the Middletown, New Jersey Rail Station at East Main and Railroad, and approve a temporary borrowing from the general fund. Be it resolved, Common Council, or the Board of Estimate, authorizes the $500,000 in CREST funding acceptance through Assemblywoman Gunther's office for the purchase and renovation of the Middletown, New Jersey Rail Station located at 140 East Main Street, and authorizing to set up a transfer from general fund, temporary borrowing to MNJ station expenses. This grant is refundable, so reimbursable, I mean, so we will pay it back when receiving the grant receipts. Motion by myself,
Second?
second by Massey. Any questions?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 5, authorization to accept the Brownfield Opportunity Area Grant, authorization of $250,772. This is through the consolidated funding application. The funding will be used to complete a brownfield study of the Middletown Community Campus. The application was submitted in conjunction with Pattern for Progress, who will be the planners conducting the study and creating the documents. Maria Bruni seeking the approval and endorsement from the Common Council to identify Mayor DiStefano as the authorized representative and sole signatory on to commit the funding, the 10% share of the project, which amounts to $27,863, and to authorize the treasurer to establish a line through the general fund as follows. Miscellaneous state income, $250,772, and increase the brownfield study expense line, $250,772. Motion by myself,
Second?
second by Massey. Do you have anything else to add to that? Just self-explanatory? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Authorization to accept a $3,500 donation from the Little League for infield clay. Motion by Massey. Seconded by myself. Ray Lynn? Anything important there that we need to add?
That money for that load of clay is going to be used to update Stevens Field.
Okay. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 7, authorization to enter into an agreement with McCabe and Mack to commence a mortgage foreclosure action on a single-family home owned by this, mortgage held by the city of Middletown. And the resolution is here in print. The total of the delinquency is total of, looks like 105,000. Oh, no, that was the grant, the mortgage was 105,000 at 4%.
It's-
They are seriously delinquent in their mortgage payments and city taxes. And we're hiring the foreclosure attorneys at $295 per hour. Motion by myself,
Second.
seconded by Massey. Leonora, you want to chip in on that? Anything to add besides what I read?
Yes, the resident hasn't been up to date on his mortgage or property taxes. He did pay a portion of his property taxes, and he was informed that he had about 30 days to make his mortgage hold,
So we're just passing this just in case.
just in case.
Okay. All right. So motion by myself, seconded by Massey. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 8, authorization to transfer of capital funds, $10,076.36 to cover the cost of restroom installation at Hampshire Park. The Davidge Park restroom project is complete, and I'd like to use the remaining money to build a single-stall bathroom at Hampshire, authorizing the transfer from Davidge restrooms to Hampshire Park restrooms. Motion by Massey, seconded by myself. Self-explanatory, or you want to speak on that?
Fully self-explanatory. We have the water hookup and electric there, so we're just going to put in one single stall so we can eliminate having the porta potty seasonally there.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 9, authorization to transfer within the 24 water budget to cover the cost of training expenses. Jacob Tweel requesting to authorize the treasurer to transfer from the water treatment plant contractual to training to cover shortage of funds for training expense for 2 advanced courses. Both Paul Owen and Darren Cross attended from 4/9 to 5/3 and 5/6 to 5/9 in Cortland, New York. It's a total of $43,73.35 from contractual to training. Motion by myself,
Second.
second by Massey. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 10, authorization to approve the Highland Avenue Water Tank Project Amendment 1 proposal. It's from CPL for Amendment 1, requesting approval for the mayor to sign a proposal in the amount of $59,479,000. No funding is needed. Compensation will be paid partially from liquidated damages if not contested by the bond company and contingency fund from the project. Motion by Massey, seconded by myself. Any comments, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 11, authorization to approve $1 million SAM grant funding and transfer funds to the courthouse project. The city of Middletown has been awarded $3 million in SAM funding through the office of Senator Skoufis for the renovation of the vacant federal courthouse located on South Street. $1 million of this funding was previously awarded to the city for proposed infill project. As funds are needed for the courthouse, a request for change in use was approved. DASNY combined a new award of $2 million for the courthouse with the original $1 million, creating a total of $3 million. Maria Bruni is seeking approval and endorsement from the Common Council to identify Mayor DeStefano as the authorized representative and sole signatory for this project. Maria is requesting authorization for the treasurer to transfer the funding from infill line to the courthouse line. Motion by
So moved.
Massey, seconded by myself. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Oh, you want to speak on it?
I want to make a correction. We're approving authorization to approve 3 million instead of the 1 million that was read on top. So we're approving the total 3 million because we had to transfer from a different project.
Okay, but we don't have $3 million in the infill project.
No,
What's the,
We have a million.
so we're transferring $1 million, the transfer is correct.
Yes, the transfer is correct, and
But you're
that's
saying
how
the
we're gonna-
authorization to approve the $1 million in same grant, that $1 million should be 3,
It should be 3.
huh?
It's a total of 3, but the new grant is $2 million.
That's in the bot, but we're not accepting the 2 million right now, right?
We are.
Yes.
That was part of the special, that's the correction Maria is making.
All right, so why don't you tell me exactly where you want me to correct so we get the resolution?
So it's just authorized to approve 3 million Sam's grant funding.
Okay, so you had the money transferred over to the, I got you, okay. So the language is not correct?
The body is correct,
The opening line was
The
not
opening
correct?
line.
Just the opening one?
And the transfer is correct?
correct.
All right, so we need to amend the agenda. So make a motion, we amend the agenda on 3-11 to change the approved 1 million to 3 million.
So moved.
Seconded by Massey.
No, I'm messy.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, now voting on the amended resolution to approve the 3 million SAM grant funding and the 1 million transfer to courthouse. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, 3-12. Authorization to accept DCJS Technology Grant for $136,315 to the Middletown Police Department. Provides funding to agencies looking to increase efficiency and effectiveness through the purchase of several key pieces of technology. Upon approval, Chief Wanchus is requesting authorization to the Treasurer to add the funding to a new established DCJS expense line in the general budget. Motion by myself,
Second.
seconded by Massey. Any questions?
Nope.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 3-13, authorization to approve the Roosevelt Avenue easement agreement. Motion by myself,
Second.
seconded by Massey. Jacob, do you want to just touch on that?
It was basically requested by Alderman Kleiner and Alderman Green and the mayor, so that there's a paved road in there that was privately owned, that the city used to plow it in the past. And when we found out that it is private, we could not plow it anymore for many legal issues. So what happened is the alderman, he went around and he helped obtain easement signature from property owners in there to sign this easement will allow the city DPW will go in and plow this road. It will remain the responsibility of the owners to maintain this road and remove any trees or any other obstacle and maintain it to be drivable for our trucks to go in and plow it and salt it. That's it.
Okay. Any questions?
No?
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Water and sewer adjustments. The first one, I think, is a request from 5 Willow Place. For 7 years, the meter department and the PMI. Who is PMI, Jacob?
PMI is,
That's the meter company?
which resolution, Mayor? I'm sorry.
This is on the water adjustment. Or maybe, for changing the new meters. Was it PMI, the name of the company?
Yes, you're right.
Okay.
It was the company that was sending notification to
Right,
change the
okay.
meters in our behalf.
All right, so for the past 7 years, they've been sending out letters to get their meter changed with the new census meter. They finally received a call from Mrs. Ortiz. She's having serious financial difficulties. We advised her to get a new meter and get the leak fixed, which was done. Part of the financial difficulty was, is the 2022 water and sewer bills are re-levied under 224 taxes, increasing them by $11,000. 20 and 21 water and sewer was re-levied on the 23 taxes, increasing them by $22,000. The homeowner has been frantically calling and emailing Maria daily. She's not able to pay her mortgage because of her huge increase in taxes, is on the verge of being foreclosed. Mrs. Ortiz is in an abusive marriage for many years and is now trying to save her house. She has a letter here attached But I don't, what's the request to ignore for 7 years? And then all of a sudden ask for an adjustment seems to be a little unreasonable.
So it seems that the mortgage company paid the re-levy, and now they're going after her for the payment. And she was wondering if we can do anything, but that, at this point, it's out of our hand. It's part of the tax roll. She does have some current large bills, and I expressed to the young lady that perhaps the board will consider that, but in regards to the re-levy, and I also spoke with our legal counsel, there's really not much we can do about that, because at this
We would
point,
have
it's
to, we would
been
have to refund the money to the bank
the bank
or a mortgage company.
the mortgage company, right?
So so what is she requesting on the current bill?
I believe she just got it fixed. Let me look at the date. I have a date in April. So it would just be for the current to reduce so that she will be able to afford at least this year's water and sewer. But if you see historically, it's been high.
Yeah, it's been high for 5 years.
Yeah,
I don't know if we can.
1, 2,
I'd have to refer it to the Corporation Council to see what
okay.
do you think, Massey?
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
See if he can do
I don't
anything.
know exactly what precedent we would be setting for someone who ignored for 7 years a leak and then is asking us to make an adjustment. So we'll refer it to the Corporation Council.
Sounds good.
Next item is
42.
42 Highland Avenue. It's a two-family, non-owner occupied. Rental permit is in place. I guess he's made a second request. Finance Department mailed 2 leak letters in May of '23. There's no receipts ain't showing anything corrected. And it was just ignoring the letters. Anyone want to make a motion? Dies for lack of a motion? Item 3 is 3 Myrtle Avenue, one family, non-owner occupied. 3 leak letters were mailed. There is a receipt from Truex
Yeah.
that a repair was made.
Wow.
So she only has 1 period of high use. 92,000 gallons compared to previous average of about 30,000 gallons. So you want to reduce it to 40?
That seems fair.
Okay, motion to reduce the period of 12/1/23 to 40,000 gallons. But before we vote on it, then the next period would drop down to 290 gallons. What's that about? And the period before that, it was 657 gallons. Why don't we check the meter out, Jacob, before we rescind the motion? Because the period before and the period after have basically no use.
None whatsoever.
Next is 14 Oak Lane, garbage and recycling bins. They bought the property. There was an extra garbage can there. They were not aware that it was an extra charge. They returned it, once they found out, they returned it to the city. City did pick it up, so motion to waive it. So moved by myself, seconded by
Second.
Massey. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Here comes another one. 10 Bradner Avenue. He said he returned the cans to DPW for 2024. Let's see.
Change of garbage can be reduced.
Well, he's returned them in April. That's what the thing was, so
Oh,
we'll adjust the bill for a third of the year.
that's fine.
Motion to adjust to a third of the year
So move.
by Massey. I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next is 40 Knapp Avenue lawn maintenance. Owner states he was not given proper notice regarding his lawn being cut. He believes the notices were sent to incorrect addresses and like to have the charge reduced. Gentleman from Shrewsbury, Massachusetts.
Oh,
Um,
40 Knapp.
Karen has the change of address request here. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but
It was changed in January.
change in area, all right.
And so he's talking about a notice that was sent in September. So his change request, the change of address request was done in January of this year. The notice was for last year.
Last
So we
year,
did change the address, but it was done.
Okay, pictures
sent it this year.
enclosed. Looks like he should be violated not only for the grass, but for some maintenance issues. But we'll leave that to Mr. Tawil. Guys, for lack of a motion?
Yep.
And the last one is 30 Broad Street. Yeah, this was a lady went into what do you call it, different housing. And the daughter finally came and took it off. So I'll make a motion to waive the fee for 30 Broad Street, contingent upon them, they do have a contract now with the lawn maintenance. The mother's no longer there.
I'll second that.
Seconded by Massey. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And that's it.
No, 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 Joe,
Nope.
you got another one.
We got something from the floor?
Here, here,
All right.
if you don't have it on yours.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I might, oh, next page here? I do have it.
You have it?
I do, yeah. Authorization to enter an agreement with WSP USA for the Middletown Traffic Operations Stage 1 and Stage 2. Be it resolved that the Common Council and the Board of Estimate, Common Council concurs with the Board of Estimate in apportionment and authorizes an agreement with WSP USA for $1,422,000 for continued construction support services and construction inspection services for PIN 875707.07, Middletown Traffic Operations Stage 1 and 2 through April of '25, and the Common Council, this says be it further resolved, the Common Council resolve, that's for the Common Council, that's not for us. So we're making a recommendation to the Common Council for paragraph 1, correct? Yes.
Good afternoon. So this, Mayor, is for the Board of Estimate to authorize signing the contract with WSP for the third year of inspection for $1,422,000, basically. So the council will approve the resolution tomorrow night, should you approve it, or will consider approving it, should you guys approve it. Just to clarify in here, we already have $640,000 allocated to this $1.4 million from the Orange County Transportation Council, and we are trying to request additional the remaining funding from the Orange County Transportation Council. We believe we can at least get $338,000, but minimum, but we are shooting to cover the balance of it. If we do not, we believe we have enough funding in the project to cover it, so I will not need additional funding to cover this amount.
Okay. Motion was by Massey, seconded by me. And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Now, did we want to have something for O&W?
No.
Are we going to have a resolution tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, we don't need to.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right. I got you.
Yeah, yeah. Now, we have, Mayor, resolution from the floor requested by by Leonora and myself for authorizing issuing of a bond. The bond will allow us, these are the emails, Mayor, that you forward to me from the EFC and the WIA grant, basically applying for a grant. The deadline for the grant is June 14th, this coming June 14th. Part of the grant requirement, besides filling the application, doing the engineering report and all that, is to have a bond in place. So we are requesting the bond to be put in place, just like we did with the first grant we just received for the first section of the raw water line. This is the second section of the raw water line. The question that you asked me in the emails is, well, how big is this project? We're applying for over $10 million. That will be the cost of the estimated cost of this phase, the second phase of this project, which is this one.
And this is a $5 million maximum, or
Yes, sir.
60?
$5 million maximum, exactly. $5 million maximum grant, but or 60%, whichever is higher, whichever is lower. So if 60% of the cost is much higher than $5 million, we will not get more than $5 million. The rest of it, the rest of
You just did the math, though, right?
huh?
You did the math in your head?
No, what did I do?
Well-
What did I do wrong?
If it's a $10 million project, and it's 60% or maximum 5 million.
Yeah, that's the condition.
Why don't
of
we
the-
just say the maximum we're gonna get is 5 million?
That's the grant.
Yes.
But you have to obviously come up with the 40% matching fund, which is what we've done with phase
50%
one.
at least.
40, right?
No.
60, they're covering 60%.
Yeah, but you said they're covering the lower part, though, Jay.
They're covering the lower.
Oh, assuming at 10 million, you're absolutely right.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
So we're committing to an additional $5 million plus. of-
Should we decide to?
Should we decide to?
Should we get?
So at some
get-
point, we can back out of this. If we-
Yeah, should we get approved? They might approve us, like you said in your emails, it could be, they could approve us for $2 million.
Right, if they.
So we're gonna work it
And we can back
backwards.
away.
To maximize the balance of the
With that
money.
understanding that we have the opportunity at some point to back off, I'm okay with it.
To maximize, yes, to maximize our grant, the balance of it, again, is going to be by the state revolving fund, the low-interest loan.
Yeah, yeah. Key word there was loan.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so you have a motion that's being read?
Authorize-
Authorization?
Yeah, to authorize.
Well, why don't you just read it to get it into the record, because it's not on the agenda.
You want me to read it, or you want to make it up? You want me to make it up? You're going? Okay. So you're authorizing the city treasurer to work with our bond counsel, Tom Meyer, to issue a bond resolution in the amount of $10.2 million for the construction of Phase 1B of the raw water line, which is from a turnpike. I'm missing the name of the turnpike in my head. To Shuwangang Reservoir. And I'll get you the name of the turnpike because I'm missing it, Leonora. It's not Gaymar, is it? No. So just leave that blank if you can. The name of the turnpike? Oh, Greenville. I'm sorry, Greenville Turnpike, thank you. Yeah, I got it. Which is Phase 1B will be Greenville Turnpike to Shuwangang Reservoir. It's under WIA grant, W-I-I-A, grants through the state revolving fund. Is that okay, Mayor? Is that good enough?
That's fine. So you got the resolution? Okay, so motion was by Massey and seconded by myself. So all in favor?
Aye,
Aye. Okay, motion to adjourn?
so moved.
All in favor?
Aye.